Hi and welcome to my video, and today I'm going to be reviewing Disney's new movie Cruella, and I watched it a few days ago and I already want to watch it again, so that's definitely a good sign. And the more I think about this film, the more I love it. It's definitely on the same tier level as Maleficent, though they both work in different ways, and this film will always hold a special place in my heart as it was the first film I watched in cinema since March of 2020. And this video may contain spoilers, so there's your spoiler warning. Now let's get on with my review of Cruella. Cruella is about the girl on fire who... wait, isn't that the Hunger Games? Oh, I think I might have mixed my notes with the Hunger Games. But I guess Cruella and Katniss do have that rebellious spark to them.
This doesn't have to be a scene.
It really, really does.
Cruella is the origin story of Cruella, and I guess it's kind of like a prequel to 101 Dalmatians. It takes us from a young Cruella and leads us up to, I guess, where that film can start from, and that's where the post-credit scene led us to believe. I didn't know much going into this film, only that it was the story of Cruella and she was played by Emma Stone, and I must admit that I did have my doubts about Emma Stone playing Cruella. I mean, I love everything she's been in and I love Emma Stone, but taking on like such an iconic character, I did have my doubts, but her performance completely blew me away. She has like some of the mannerisms of the animated version and the Glenn Close version, but of course she adds her own flair to it, and I just can't get enough of her face acting. And Emma Thompson as the Baroness, I mean, of course she was amazing. The two best Emmas in Hollywood, and they were perfectly fit for their roles and they gave it their all. The focus of the film is how Cruella becomes Cruella and why she is what she is, but I really liked how it showed her passion and dedication to fashion. She worked really hard for everything, trying to please the Baroness, albeit she's a little mental.
I'm Cruella.
And I don't really know if this is much of a kids film. I mean, there are some very dark themes. Murder. A lot of it, whether they're talking about it or committing murder. Human murder, not puppy murder. I feel like I need to make that clear. She doesn't actually kill any puppies. I mean, there is like one or two side comments which allures to her being a puppy killer, but she doesn't actually kill any puppies yet, which I guess doesn't undermine her character, undermine the threat level or the psycho Cruella we know from the 101 Dalmatian film.
I am woman. Hear me roar.
Anyway, the device of murder creates many twists and turns and surprises, and at first I felt like the film wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, obviously we know that it leads onto 101 Dalmatians, but I felt like the film itself wasn't going to be complete in of itself. But then you have the big reveal that the Baroness is Cruella's real mum and Estella is dead. Estella is the kind of like calm and cool version of Cruella. I mean, there's a whole like Jekyll and Hyde thing going on between Estella and Cruella, and you don't really know who's gonna win, but obviously we know that Cruella does win. And with that, I don't really think this film makes us want to sympathise with Cruella's character, at least not as much as the Maleficent films makes us want to with Maleficent. I don't think that's really the point of this film. For me, this film just makes Cruella a more interesting character. It makes me want to like love her in a bad way. At 2 hours and 15 minutes runtime, it definitely does feel long in some places, and I guess they could have cut out some of the fashion show takeovers, but the one with Cruella by the fountain where Jess was playing the guitar and they're all walking out modelling her clothes, I mean, that was awesome. And I feel like I need to mention, it took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that Roger the Baroness's lawyer is the Roger from 101 Dalmatians. I mean, it took me a while to piece the two together. Maybe I did need the 2 hours and 15 minutes runtime. Now I need to talk about costumes, music and art design, which were amazing. Every costume Cruella wears serves its purpose to wow, which is complemented by the music and art throughout the film. I mean, if you have Cruella without the outrageous costumes, then you've failed. You don't have Cruella. Some of those dresses were huge and spectacular. I mean, if Cruella isn't nominated for Best Costume Design, then what is? I definitely recommend watching Cruella. It is one of, if not the best live action remakes. I mean, Disney has done a horrible job with some of them, especially The Lion King. I would definitely not be watching that more than once. All it made me want to do is watch the original, but Cruella is so different and unique and stylistic that it almost doesn't feel like a Disney film, obviously because of some of the darker themes. And I don't really think that the story has that many like plot holes, that many faults to it. I have read and watched mixed reviews of it, but I definitely recommend watching it. It's probably my favourite Disney live action remake, maybe even more so than Maleficent, and I've only seen it once. But yeah, that's my review of Disney's Cruella. If you like this video, please leave it a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Bye!